The Toronto Maple Leafs have been struggling with their offensive production, especially in their bottom six lines and on the left side of the attack. With a roster full of talent, but unable to consistently convert that into goals, the team needs to find answers if they want to advance in the playoffs. And according to Elliotte Friedman, a renowned NHL analyst, a solution might lie in a positional change for John Tavares. Despite having stars like Austin Matthews and William Nylander, the Leafs have had trouble creating an impact in certain areas of the ice. The left side, in particular, has been a weak spot, with Matthew Knies being practically the only standout in that position. For Friedman, an interesting solution would be moving John Tavares, usually a center, to the left wing. In his latest 32 Thoughts article, Friedman noted, "Toronto continues to develop its centers. Tavares is still very good at faceoffs, but moving him to the left wing during games could bring the offensive punch the team needs on that side of the ice. This idea raises some questions. How would Tavares adjust to the new role? Who could step in as the center on his current line? If this change moves forward, it will be essential for general manager Brad Treliving to find a suitable replacement to fill the center position. And that won't be an easy task." Friedman suggested names like Vincent Trocheck, Brock Nelson, and even former Leaf Nazem Kadri as potential targets. Trocheck, currently playing for the New York Rangers, might be the most accessible option, especially if the Rangers are willing to negotiate. He brings offensive consistency and solid defensive presence, something Toronto needs to balance its lines. On the other hand, Nelson from the Islanders and Kadri from the Flames are more expensive alternatives. Both are impactful players, but their teams will likely demand a high price in assets to part with these talents. Is Toronto willing to pay that price? Regardless of who is acquired, this change offers an intriguing scenario for the Leafs. Moving Tavares to the wing could give Toronto 3 elite centers, significantly increasing their offensive depth. However, this approach also comes with risks. What do you think? Could this shift be the adjustment the Leafs need to reach the next level? Would Trocheck, Nelson, or Kadri be good choices? Or are there other names you'd like to see on the roster? Share your thoughts in the comments. What's the most strategic path for Toronto? And how do you think Tavares would perform as a winger? Let's discuss the possibilities. The Leafs community thrives on passion, and here on this channel, we aim to build a space where all fans can discuss, share ideas, and fully experience the excitement of hockey together. So, if you're not yet subscribed, now's the perfect time. Leave a like on the video, subscribe to the channel, and turn on notifications to ensure you don't miss any updates. Your participation is vital to strengthening this incredible Boys in Blue community. Let's focus on what truly matters, the Leafs' future. The Leafs are in full Stanley Cup mode, and a trade suggestion has been circulating among fans. The acquisition of forward Alex Tuch, currently with the Buffalo Sabres. This move, which would be considered a true blockbuster, aims to bolster the Leafs' attack, addressing one of the team's biggest concerns this season. ###, what would the trade look like? The proposal, created in Puckpedia's Puck GM tool, presents the following scenario. Maple Leafs receive asterisk. Alex Tuch, $2.4 million of salary retained by the Sabres. Sabres receive asterisk. Easton Cowan, the Leafs' top prospect. A 2027 first-round draft pick. A 2025 second-round draft pick, owned by Florida. With this trade, Toronto would bring in Tuch, who is in the 6th year of a 7-year contract worth $33.25 million. So far, the American player has participated in 29 games this season, amassing 24 points, 8 goals and 16 assists. He would be a valuable addition to the Leafs' supporting lines, providing the depth the team desperately needs. On the other hand, the Leafs would part ways with 2 significant draft picks and a highly regarded prospect. Cowan, selected in the first round of the 2023 draft, has been showcasing great potential in the OHL with the London Knights, where he has already recorded 28 points in 20 games. He will also represent Canada at the World Junior Championship starting December 26th. It's no secret that the Maple Leafs have been struggling with scoring outside of their top stars. Austin Matthews, John Tavares, William Nylander, and Mitch Marner carry much of the offensive weight, but beyond them, production drops significantly. This lack of depth in the attack is an issue that coach Craig Berube has already highlighted. We need our supporting players to be more assertive, take up space in the middle of the ice, and score those dirty goals near the net, commented Berube. The arrival of Tuch would add a strong player with a solid offensive track record who can fulfill exactly that role, attacking congested areas and creating opportunities that Toronto has been missing. For Buffalo, the trade also makes sense. With the NHL's longest playoff drought since 2011, General Manager Kevin Adams acknowledged that the franchise needs to build its future through the draft, as Buffalo is not considered a destination for top-tier players. We don't have palm trees, we have high taxes in New York, and that impacts our negotiations, Adams admitted. With this mindset, adding Cowan and 2 high draft picks would give the Sabres the tools they need to strengthen their roster in the long term. While the idea is exciting, it carries risks for both sides. The Leafs would be betting on Tuch's immediate impact, but sacrificing part of their future. Meanwhile, the Sabres, by giving up a solid player like Tuch, would be placing all their hopes on a return that will only pay off in the coming years. Now we want to hear from you. Would Alex Tuch be the missing piece for the Leafs to finally win the Stanley Cup? Or is the price too high? Should Toronto bet on the present or stay focused on the future? It's a trade that certainly gives us something to think about, doesn't it? Alex Tuch could be a valuable addition for the Maple Leafs, bringing that depth that's crucial for playoff success. But the cost might be steep, especially with the departure of a promising young player like Easton Cowan. What do you think of this idea? Is it worth risking the future for a player who can impact the present? Or should Toronto keep its assets and look for another solution? I'd love to hear your thoughts, so leave a comment below. If you enjoyed this content, don't forget to leave a like, subscribe to the channel, and turn on notifications to stay updated on the Leafs and all the latest NHL news. Let's continue this conversation in the comments.